everybody, and welcome to the Bastards YouTube show. I don't have a broomstick with me. I'm sorry I don't have a broomstick with me. I should have a broomstick. I should have that humble pie and sitting right in front of me, but I don't. The Red Sox just swept Canada away, and the Blue Jays lose 3 games in a row against the Boston Red Sox. I never would have thought this was going to happen. Just going to be completely honest here. I want to welcome Brendan back into the show. How are you feeling?
Yeah, Nick, I mean, you're looking at Canada Day weekend. You come in and you play spoiler. You go on to sweep the Blue Jays, set up for a great 4th of July coming up. The Boston Red Sox, it was a nail biter tonight, but they really got it done, and you can be happy about that for sure.
Much like yesterday's game being a nail biter as well, where the Red Sox pulled off that 7-6 victory yesterday. Today it ended up being 5-4 with a firework swing off the bat from Alex Verdugo, who, in my opinion, just got himself into the All-Star game for Major League Baseball with that clutch go-ahead home run. Is Verdugo an All-Star?
I think if you're going to have a representative, it's going to be Verdugo. He has been the most consistent bat. I mean, he's doing all three between average, RBI, and slug. So I think out of him, the other candidates would be Yoshida and Devers. I think Verdugo all around is bringing the most.
I think Devers is going to end up getting to be an All-Star. I wasn't 100% sure if he was announced as like a player's choice that is going to be representing the team. Verdugo deserves it. He's been, as you've said, consistent as consistent can be. And then yesterday we got a chance to see the hose in right field nailing Bichette at home to end that game. That's all wonderful. It's all positive. We love positivity. And I don't want to be the doomsdayer here, but I am concerned on Garrett Whitlock. He went 1 inning, 18 pitches, exited with stiffness in his elbow. Yikes.
Yeah, Nick, it really looks like the wear and tear is starting to hit Whitlock, and the role of being a pitcher could just be too much for him, at least at this point in his career. You see what Pivetta is doing in the pen. He's becoming a weapon for them in there, and Whitlock might be better suited in that role.
Thank you for mentioning Nick Pivetta, because here's a guy who failed starter. Typically, if you're a failed starter and you get thrown to the bullpen, it just doesn't work out at times. You're a mop-up sort of guy. We saw it with Corey Kluber when he was shifted to the pen. Nothing but batting practice meatballs that are getting tossed from him. Not Pivetta. See, what I like on Pivetta at least is a compete level. If he's not pitching that great, he's going to grind it out. He's going to show emotion. He's going to tough it out and try his best to get things to a place where you can count on him. Right now, I'm feeling like I can count on Nick Pivetta in this bullpen to get the job done. So, very nice performance. You needed it today because you were left with trying to figure out how are we going to get through this game without Whitlock going any sort of length for your team.
Yeah,
I do think this also, I was just going to say before you go, I do think this also should absolutely shut that door on, I don't want to see another single start out of Garrett Whitlock, at least this season. Done. Put a fork in him. If he comes back, he's to the pen. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. You know, he is probably all done in the starting role. You had to go to Bernardino in the 2nd inning. And usually you're trying to save Brendan Bernardino for those high leverage situations. It definitely was early in the game. But Pivetta comes in and he gives you a bulk of this game. 3 innings. He has a nasty slider, 96 four-seamer that can go inside with it. He's got a lot of good stuff. The curveball as well. Nick Pivetta, he has the tools you need in that relief role right now for the Red Sox.
If I was to tell you yesterday that Jarren Duran would be playing going 5 for 5 in the lineup, would you think I was on something special? Because that's exactly what happened today. 4 doubles. And then I love that little check, excuse me, swing down the right side, down the third base side. And with those wheels, of course, that's going to be a hit. A 5-for-5 afternoon from Mr. Speed Demon himself, Jarren Duran. How you feel on him?
It feels like when Duran gets hot, he is unstoppable. 4 doubles. I think first time it's happened for anyone in a game to go
It set a
5 for 5,
record.
4
Yeah,
doubles.
it did set a record. Yeah, it did set a record today, which is incredible.
It set a record. The 4th one was almost a home run. It was very close.
Yes, it hit the top wall in left field.
And then it just looks like he's so athletic. He's such a great athlete. He just had to get comfortable. When he's feeling himself, he's becoming a weapon at the plate for this team.
And a clog on the bases. There was one with Justin Turner hit I think he had a double of some sorts with one of his hits. And because of the electric speed from Duran, if he's on second, of course that's going to be a run that's scored. And I think at that time it made it 4-3. And then the next play up was a big error where Justin Turner ended up scoring to make it 4-4. The 9th inning comes. We see Alex Verdugo with the awesome home run. That was
the
clutch,
go-ahead.
as we said. Yep. That go-ahead run to get that team the much-needed 5-4 win. I do also want to mention 0 for 17, batter 6, 7, 8, and 9, which consists of Casas, Mr. DFA, if I do it right now, Kike Hernandez, David Hamilton, and Connor Wong. The only value I see in any of that right there is, at least for Connor Wong, he gives you some sort of a stability behind the plate. I am absolutely concerned about the future direction of where this team's heading as with a catcher, because that's scary. 6 for 9 cannot go 0 for 17. You are not going to win ball games like that. That's got to be fixed.
Yeah, it's a bad sign. I know some of those guys, David Hamilton is a part-time guy. They have part-time players in these roles. Pablo Reyes, it's a circle that you're seeing with who's going to be your shortstop. You're just looking for someone that can field. Hamilton really is just in there for speed. But they're running out of guys. You lost Valdez. Valdez can't hit the ball in Worcester. And then Reyes, he's hurt now. You got part-time guys having full-time roles. It's not going to work. You're just waiting on Trevor Story.
I know Yu Chang is getting ready for a rehab. I know Pablo Reyes, same thing. That'll ship Hamilton right back down. He's got great speed, but this guy is not a major leaguer. So
he's not ready.
Do have at least a few reinforcements coming back that can help improve at least the defense overall for the infield, which is much needed. The other notes I want to mention as well, this is the 7th win. They're undefeated this season against the Blue Jays, and they look spectacular also against the Yankees. If we can just figure out the good old Orioles and the Rays, we'd be a cooking, but we still got work to do. With the win, the Red Sox go to 43-42 on the season. Up next is the Rangers, who are leading the AL West, who are at a 50-33 point this season. We do not know the probables yet for Tuesday. We're still trying to figure out what's going to be thrown there. However, coming back to Fenway after this Blue Jay series, let's be real. The Texas Rangers are a much better team than the Blue Jays. So who you have for Tuesday night's game? Do you have a prediction?
With this team, they can show – you saw them how they played against Atlanta. They can beat anyone, and then they can lose to anyone. They're that team that's always – hanging around. They're never fully out. Sometimes when it looks bad, it looks terrible. But when it looks good, it's amazing. So, you're going to have to wait and see with this team. I think you could win if they ride this high. They come in, they sweep Toronto. Some series they're on,
confidence
some they're
is
off.
high.
You got to ride it right now.
There's a confidence building series, no doubt. I will absolutely give that to them. Who's going to be starting on that Tuesday night game? Is it a bullpen game again? I don't think you can do that. What I do know is Kyle Barraclough. I can't pronounce his name 100%, but he's in Worcester. He's thrown the ball pretty well. Look for him to potentially be your starter for Tuesday night. That is going to do it here. Yeah, he could be. They need it.
Yeah.
That is going to do it here for another Bastards YouTube show. We will see you all again real soon.